Welcome. Welcome to the story time this morning. I'm Linda from the Children's Department of the Surrey Libraries, and I'm so glad you could join me today. Join us today, my friend George and I. Can you help me sing the good morning song? George, hold a sec right there. Up. Put your hands up in the air. It's a stretching song. Up, down, turn around, touch the sky and touch the ground, wiggle fingers. Did you wiggle your fingers? Okay, wiggle fingers. That's good. I can see wiggle fingers. Wiggle toes. Wiggle your toes. That's right. Wiggle shoulders. Say hello. Very good. George, he has an idea. I know because I can see he's thinking. His face looks like he's got a great idea. He's shy though, so he usually only tells me, whispers his ideas. He doesn't usually speak too often out loud. George, tell me what you're thinking. Oh. George, he's reminding me about a rhyme I know about a friend of his named Rags, another dog. Let's do it together. I have a dog and his name is Rags. He eats so much that his belly sags. That's right. His ears flip flop and his tail wags. And when he walks, he goes zigzag. He goes flip flop, wiggle waggle, zigzag. He goes flip flop, wiggle waggle, zigzag. That's right. Are your ears flipping and flopping? He goes flip flop, wiggle waggle, zigzag. I love Rags and he loves me. Very good. I think we'll do that again. It was fun. I have a dog and his name is Rags. He eats so much. Do you remember this part? His belly sags. His ears flip flop and his tail wags. And when he walks, he goes zigzag. He goes flip flop, wiggle waggle, zigzag. He goes flip flop, wiggle waggle, zigzag. He goes flip flop, wiggle waggle, zigzag. I love Rags and he loves me. Don't you just love dogs? You know, very often George brings something and puts it in my basket as a surprise for me. So let's look in the basket and see what he brought today. Oh, excellent, George. Good choice. He brought a book. He bought a book with him called Bark George. Excellent book, excellent choice. George, sit up here again. You can see the pictures. Bark George, yes. Bark George is by byJules Feiffer. He's the person who wrote the words to the story and also made the drawings. And HarperCollins is the publisher. Let's read it together. Look at this. This is George. It's not the same George, of course, but he's a puppy. Bark George. This is George's mom. George's mother said, "Bark, George." And George went, "Meow." "No, George," said George's mother. "Cats go meow. Dogs go arr. Now bark, George." Did you notice that George said meow instead of, did you notice that? George went quack, quack this time. His mother said, "No, George, can you help me?" "No, George, that's right. No, George," said George's mother. "Ducks go quack, quack. Dogs go arr." R. That's right. Can you help me? R. R. That's right. Like dogs. Now bark, George. And George said, oink. No, George. That's right. Help me. No, George, said George's mother. Pigs go oink. Dogs go R. Now bark, George. And George went moo. George's mother took George to the vet. I'll soon get to the bottom of this, said the vet. Please bark, George. And George went meow. The vet reached deep down inside of George and pulled out a cat. Bark again, George. And George went quack, quack. And the vet reached deep, deep down inside of George and pulled out a duck. Now, did you guess a duck when George said quack, quack? See if you can guess again. Bark again, George. And George went oink, oink. The vet reached deep, deep, deep down inside of George and pulled out a pig. If you guessed a pig, you were right. Good guessing. Bark again, George. And George went moo, moo. The vet put on his longest pair of latex gloves, and he reached deep, 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 deep inside of George and pulled out, are you thinking cow? Were you thinking cow? He pulled out a cow. Bark again, George. And George went, ar, ar. Well, George's mother was so thrilled. She kissed the vet, and the cat, and the duck, and the pig, and the cow. You know how dogs kiss, right? Mm-hmm. And on the way home, she wanted to show George off to everyone on the street. So she said, bark, George. And George said, hello. I wonder what happened to the vet. That was a very good choice for books, George. I like the way your name and the book's name is the same. He doesn't do much barking, George. No, he doesn't. He doesn't at all. And we have to say goodbye. And I hope you join me again at 10 o'clock. We have my friends and I every morning at 10 o'clock. We'll have a story time for you. And every evening, Monday to Friday, we'll have a bedtime story for you at 7. Thanks so much for coming. Shall we stay here, George? You stay here, and we'll do the goodbye song. Another stretch. Stretch for the day. Up, down, turn around, touch the sky, touch the ground, pat your tummy, wink your eye, blow a kiss, and say goodbye. Thanks for coming. Bye-bye. Have a great day.